Hi, my name is Kenneth Kate, and this is my webcast for INFS 756 Cloud Computing and Network Services final project. Okay, so first off, we're going to start here with demoing the application, the Cloud Services application. In front of us here, we have three tabs opened up in Chrome. The first is our EC2 Management Console tab. The second is our SQS Management Console, and the third is our S3 Management Console. This first tab shows that we currently have two instances set up and running, so that way we can divvy up the workload amongst our cloud computing services here. The second tab shows that we have two SQS inbox and outbox setup queues. And our third tab shows that we have a S3 bucket setup named INFS 756 project sort integers bucket. Alright, now we're going to show off the demo of the application. I've set up three different windows here. The first window being the Windows command prompt run as an administrator here, so that way we can show our application running through a command prompt interface. It uses Java to load the sort integers jar file. The other two windows are the PuTTY application connected to each of the servers individually. On each of these servers, we are going to run an instance of our backend application that controls the sorting of the integers and returns the results. So essentially, with our application running, we have a setup to where our client application sends out an SQS queue to the inbox. The inbox is then polled by each of the servers to check to see if there's anything available. If there is something available, it pulls it from the inbox, processes it, such as sorting the integers, and then logs it to our S3 as a log file, sends it back out to the outbox where our client application can pick it up. Now let's show this demo. So on our back end here, we have an application that I've named integer sorter. So we're going to load this integer sorter. On each of our interfaces. Okay, so now they're both running on each of the servers, ready to go. The next step here is to run our sort integers application on our client machine here. Now, once we run this sort integer, it's going to ask us to supply an integer list that's comma separated. For verbose applications, I've set up the backend to actually show whenever one of the servers ends up taking one of the queues and processing it. I will also then show that once it's processed, it did set up the proper log file to the S3 management through the S3 management console. Okay, so now our application is loaded. I put a little title screen up there that says INFS 756 project, my AWS application created by Kenneth Kate. It shows that two Amazon EC2 instances are currently running and one Amazon S3 bucket is available. Now we're going to enter our input with our comma separated values here. And we will use the values from the project instructions here. So let's do 3, 54, 2, 46, 45, and 6. After we press enter, we can see that one of the servers just popped it up, saw the queue inside there, which shows our inbox message ID, our inbox message body, which was our original string there, and then it shows it processing it and what the outbox message ID is, and now our sorted integers in correct order. If back on our command prompt, we can see that the results were given back to us with the correctly sorted integers in that array. Now, let's run it again with another example. Let's try 6, 23, 2, 8, 34, we'll do another 8, since we know that both 8 should be side by side. Oops, forgot to run the Java application. All right, let's put those numbers in one more time. And now it shows that our other server just picked up the queue. So it's load balancing it in the cloud there for us and using those resources, and it processed it and gave us back our correct results. Now, for the final part of this, we're going to take a look at the S3 management console here. Let's refresh our console. And we should see, oh, it wants me to log in again since it expired from the last time that I had logged in. Let's click on our bucket again. And we should see 2 results inside here. There's our 2 results. I've named them log, dash, and the date timestamp for when they were taken. Now, if we look back at our first integer list here, we can see that if we open up the first file here, it'll correspond to that information that needs to be logged. So on this first instance here, we can see the timestamp. Here's our unique identifier that shows the instance ID and the instance IP address that we assigned to it statically. Here's our inbox message ID, our inbox message body. Then it shows our outbox message ID and our outbox message body, which is our array that was sorted. Now, let's go back to the other one. And we can see that it is now the new timestamp for the second request that we made with the new instance ID for the other instance that we're running, that instance IP address, which as we can see here is different between the 2 of them because it ran on the second one, and our second array list that was properly sorted as well. This concludes my demo. Thank you.